Have you ever noticed that you can walk into a room and sometimes the most powerful woman in the room isn't the woman who's the most intelligent, nor is it the woman who's the prettiest. But what this woman is it's a woman who has mastered certain characteristics, certain traits in habits, behaviors that truly do separate her from everyone else. Let's talk about it. If you're new here, I'm Laura. I am a C-suite executive, a personal brand coach, a mom, and a wife. On this channel, I create content on modern elegance, career mastery, and a little bit of style. So ladies, I really wanted to talk about this topic today because there are so many women who fail to achieve their goals or even to set goals because they think that because perhaps they're not the most intelligent or they're not the prettiest. And because of that, they think that nothing will ever go their way or they can't get ahead. And that's simply not true. Powerful women are women who have mastered certain characteristics, certain behaviors. Now, the first one is grit. And we all know what grit is. Grit is that ability to persevere, that ability to keep going even when things appear as if they're not going to work out, when things aren't going your way, when life gets a little bit challenging, you actually persevere. That's grit. And all powerful women have a level of grit because things aren't going to always go your way. Things are going to get tough and they're going to be challenging. But you have to have that level of grit to survive, to keep going, to actually move toward and actually achieve your goals. Because without it, you just can't be successful. You will not be able to achieve goals. You have to have grit. That means some weekends you cannot go out with your friends. It means that some nights you work a little later. It means sometimes you don't get paid for the extra hours that you put in. It also means that sometimes you can't splurge and buy yourself something that you really, really wanted because instead you are investing in yourself, your development, your growth. You're investing in starting your own business or you're putting money back into a current business that you have. That is what grit is. It is about making those sacrifices and having the ability to move forward regardless of what's going on in the environment around you. You also have to have a level of confidence, and not just confidence, but confidence without arrogance. See, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is the belief in yourself, believing and knowing that you belong in certain spaces, that you've worked hard for it, you've achieved it, believing that whatever goal that you set, you can achieve it. When it becomes arrogance, it is when you're not just confident, you're showing up confident, but you are also in a space where you're pretending to be confident. And in that pretending to be confident, you're actually demeaning others. You're devaluing others. You're not treating people with dignity and respect. And as a confident person, you always treat other people with dignity and respect. When you are confident, you know that when you enter a room, whatever space you're entering, you're going to add value to that. And you're not relying on other people to actually validate who you are. So there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. You're not afraid if someone else's star happens to shine or if they're getting attention or the spotlight that you wanted. You're not afraid of that happening for them because you're confident enough in yourself to know that things are going to happen for you just as you've planned, or just as the goals that you've set for yourself are being implemented. So there is really a fine line between confident and arrogance. But if you're going to be a powerful woman, that girl, you do have to have a level of confidence. Powerful women recognize that elegance and simplicity goes a long way. You know that you don't have to be loud and boisterous when you enter a room or space, or even when you're just talking to people, because you're not seeking attention. As a matter of fact, when you're elegant, you know that less is more. And when there is less, you eventually get that attention that you may be seeking. Even if you're not seeking attention, you get it because less truly is more. There's a level of allure, of mystique. And when you leave people wanting more, that is when you gain that attention. Your simplicity is what's going to speak for you. Your simplicity is what people are going to remember about you. You also want to master emotional intelligence. And what emotional intelligence really means is you know yourself well enough. You have enough self-awareness that you can control your emotions. You are not focused so much on how you feel in situations. You're more focused on using evidence and data and information to make decisions. You're not making them from an emotional state, because when you're focused on emotions, you don't have that ability to think decisively. You don't have that ability to make decisions quickly. And as a powerful woman, you want to be able to have that ability. So when you possess emotional intelligence, you also recognize that you have to be very measured and controlled in your responses. You don't just say everything that comes to mind. You pause strategically. You think about what you're going to say. And it's okay to pause in conversations when you need to make a decision, because you want to think and you want to make the most informed decision. And you can do that, and that's okay if you pause a little. But what you don't want to do is put yourself in a situation where you can't control your emotions. When you have emotional intelligence, you're also able to participate in any conversation with anyone, and you're able to empathize with people. You also want to be able to master the art of influence. So influence is not about manipulating people. It's about inspiring people. It's about showing up as yourself, showing up in a way where you have integrity, when you're authentic, when you are a person of character. When you're able to influence people, they actually see that about you. And in some cases, they want to model it. In other cases, you give them hope that they can do and be whatever it is that you're doing, or whoever you are in terms of your overall presence. Women who have mastered the art of influence, they don't demand respect because they actually earn it. So the next habit that powerful women possess is consistency. Powerful women show up when they say they're going to show up. If they say they're going to do something, they do it. If they promise to do something, they do it. They don't just say they're going to achieve a goal and then they don't put in the work to get it achieved, because consistency is what will take you from good to great. So as a powerful woman, you want to make sure that you are consistent. And sometimes that can be difficult, especially when you have so many other things going on. I'll use myself for an example. Today I didn't want to film this video. And I think I've filmed it now about 6 different times and it hasn't been right and something has gone wrong. And I had a hard week, work going on in my house, and I just thought, I don't want to do it and let me just give up. But here's the thing. If I am going to achieve the goals that I have for myself, if I'm going to be successful, I want to have the grit to keep going, even when things aren't going my way, when the camera is out of focus, when the microphones are not charged. I have to have that grit to keep going. I also have to have the consistency, because if I want to achieve the goal of growing executive her and seeing what executive her can become, I have to be consistent in my actions. So ladies, you want to make sure that you have a level of consistency, because that is what gives you power. That's what makes you a powerful woman. Also, ladies, you have to have or possess the ability to say no. When you are a powerful woman, you do not feel horrible when you have to say no to someone. You say no, you own that, and you feel okay about it. You don't feel guilty because you have to say no. That is a part of actually setting boundaries. That's a part of protecting your own energy, protecting your own space. As a powerful woman, You have to set boundaries. You have to have that ability to say no, the ability to say no to more work, the ability to say no to giving your time to someone, the ability to say no to people that you know shouldn't be in your life. It is just that ability to say no to things that are not going to serve you well. Okay, ladies, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe the video. It is a lot going on today, and this video may be a little choppy, but we've got through it. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.